What is your American dream?
My American dream would be to continue working hard for what is my next career, my next dream. My next step would be to be on camera and work for a big sport television broadcasting company. That would be a dream of mine.
For me, the American dream is the freedom to define that goal for yourself and for your family, and the freedom to obtain that goal.
My American dream is to be a role model for both my kids and the world, to make culture a really big part of their life and my life, to be deeply rooted and involved in community has always been a big one for my family.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Welcome, everybody. I am in the present. It is August 26th. I know the day. I also know that Yo-Yo and Vanessa is somewhere out in the Ethernet. There they are. Apartment A and somewhere in Jersey. Jersey. Jersey A. What's happening, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good. Everything over here. How about you?
Yo-Yo, you didn't do your hair today? Is that the reason? No? Why do I feel you didn't do your hair today?
Because I didn't.
You did? No, I thought you were answering me. Nope, you were agreeing with me. No, you did not do
Yes,
it.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
And Vanessa with a new hair look again.
Style. I have to switch it up for you.
Every day it's a different woman I'm doing a show with. How are you guys? Everything good?
I'm good.
Everything
it was a
is
beautiful
great.
day
Over
today.
here.
Was it nice out today? I have not really been outside.
I haven't either.
Really?
I have.
I've been here
It's nice.
working.
I ran some errands.
I've been here working too.
I was working for you over here.
That's so funny. I was working for this show too over here.
Well, there we go.
And Vanessa.
I was running errands in Jersey.
What are Vanessa's errands, by the way? I'm just out of curiosity. What are your errands?
Well, I help people develop their social media now. It's like an independent thing that I'm doing. That's my business. So sometimes I meet up with clients and I help them shoot their content, and we take pretty pictures and videos. So I had a meeting today, and then I had to go to the supermarket.
So you were doing business, and then after business, you got some food.
Yeah.
And now you're here. A day in the life of Ness-quick. A day in the life of Ness-quick. Let's say hello. Let's say hello. Let's say hello to the squad. Jessica Levy, how are you? Lisa Bling Rose, Tracy Haynes, squad up. Sadie Fowler saying hello. Jalove. Have we seen Jalove recently? I don't remember. Says, hi, Brad, Yo-Yo, and Ness-quick. Vanessa Liana M. Contreras, also known as Ness-quick. Popping in, Lisa Bling Rose. Squad up, Christy Consali, Dion Rose, Marcella McCullough, Stargirl Mika, Share Stration. I feel like a teacher sometimes, like I'm rolling off the roll call of all of the students, or all the students in the classroom today, right? Stargirl Mika, squad up, Clifford Gordon, how are you? Tracy Rowe, I said share, Denisha Joseph, and Mahmood saying hello. Let's go over to YouTube. Amro Jibril. I want to call. Well, Amra, you can call. The telephone number scrolls right on. What? My hand's going very slow. Right there. Whoop. Let's start again. Where it says call, you can call right now. It says call. And it says call Spar Bernstein, but you're calling the show also. You can call both. Okay? It's that telephone number that scrolls on the bottom. Julian, because Amro Jibril doesn't know how to call, do you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with my head? There it is right there. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with my head, also telling you the telephone number to call. Asila Enot, squad up, Brad, and his team. Fantastic. Team fantastic. Jessica Levy, how are you? Jalove, popping in on both YouTube and Facebook. Tia Prasad, squad up. Mr. Skyline with a pre-social media check-in question. If Trump wins the election, sure hope not, is there any chance he will remove Obamacare altogether? Maybe the magic 8 ball would know, but if you're asking me my opinion, he's had 4 years to do it and hasn't done it yet. And the reason is there's a lot of things in Obamacare Americans like. Americans like being able to buy health insurance with a pre-existing condition. That was part of Obamacare. Pre-Obamacare, if you were sick and then said, oh my God, I got to go buy health insurance, too bad. Die in the hospital. So I don't think it's going to happen because he had a Republican House of Representatives and a Republican Senate for the first 2 years, plus he's a Republican, and they still weren't able to do it. Tanyi Emmanuel. Brad show is the best from Bahrain. Well, hello, Bahrain. I don't know what time it is in Bahrain. It's probably 2, 3 in the morning there. I think they're 7 or 8 hours ahead probably there. And very, very hot. August in Bahrain, it's got to be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Probably one of the hottest places, I would believe. Sailu Ba says, hello, Brad. Can you trust the USCIS website? Can you trust the USCIS website? What color is George Washington's white horse? Who's buried in Grant's tomb? Can you trust the USCIS website? There is my answer. Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
Yes.
Vanessa and Yo-Yo. Those are 2 people you can trust. All right.
Yes.
If you can trust, if you're gonna trust anybody, you're gonna trust Ness-quick and Yo-Yo.
Let them know, Brad.
All right. Oh, today's Wednesday. It's Hump Day. Excuse me. You're gonna trust Ness-quick and Dr. Love. It's Dr. Love.
There you go.
Wednesday, because it is Hump Day. There you go. Dr. Love is in the house. All right. Why don't you tell everybody what they got to do while I get ready for some schmoozing?
All right, Dr. Love here. In Brad's favorite voice, when I do my Don Cornelius voice, hey, it's Dr. Love. And what I'm going to ask everybody to do is join the VIP Facebook fan page. That's the best thing you guys can do. You will always get content that we won't put on other social media sites, but most importantly, you can ask your question anytime throughout the day. If you're not going to be able to ask your question during the live show, or you think that your question might get overpowered by other questions because we don't get to every single social media question, but you will be able to put your question anytime throughout the day, and we'll pick the top 5, the first 5, and we will ask those questions before any social media questions. So make sure you guys join the VIP fan page. Now, everybody on Facebook, first things first, I need you all to share. I cannot say how much this means to us and how much this helps the show get to any and everybody all over the world. It's all within your fingertips. You guys have the power. So all you have to do is click the little arrow that's pointing to the right, share it to anybody's page, share it to groups, share it in an inbox. You can easily share it to an inbox, like to any of your friends and family. Most importantly, you could also copy the link. You could copy the link. If you know that your family, you will use Facebook over YouTube or Instagram, copy the link. Where you press share, it will say copy the link, and you can share it in a text message blast. Now throw in all your questions and comments in the comment section. Show your emotions. We love when you interact with each other. So you could like, love, smiley face, wow face, mad face. We're going to be schmoozing real soon, so I know there's going to be a lot of emotions that will come out of y'all. So make sure you guys show it and let us know what you're thinking. All right, Ness-quick, what are we going to do on YouTube?
Okay, squad. So on YouTube, if you haven't already, you should be subscribed to our channel and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you know exactly when Brad's show is on live on YouTube. So with turning on that notification bell, it'll always let you know they're going live in 5. You never want to miss it. You can also share on YouTube. Go ahead and click the little arrow below that says share. You can copy the link, send it to a direct message, send it in an email, or even share it on WhatsApp. I'm sure you have so much family and so many family and friends on WhatsApp, some groups in there. Let people know all the value and knowledge that Brad is about to bring you guys. The more you share this, the more our community will grow. So I also want to see you guys put up those thumbs up. I need that from our community, guys. When you give us those likes, it lets YouTube know that there's something interesting happening here, and we should probably send some more people to view. We're also on Instagram at Brad Show Live. Make sure that you follow us there, where you can catch the best snippets of our show. And every now and again, there's contests and giveaways. You can also send your messages or your questions through our DM there, our direct message there, or also put them in the comments down below right now on YouTube, because our squad in the back is working on getting that set for social media check-in. But let's get into schmoozing with Brad.
All right. Today is Women Equality Day, Ness-quick. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that? It is the 100th anniversary, in fact, of the passage of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution, granting the right to vote to women. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. That's why I'm so glad to be part of the Brad Squad.
You sound like that you can get that deep voice, Vanessa. I didn't realize you sound like you know that song. Oh yeah, you know. You're like, oh yeah, you know that song I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know how it goes. I can't sing it. It's just the guy just goes, oh yeah, in the middle of it. This was the culmination, by the way, of a massive, peaceful civil rights movement by women that had its formal beginnings in 1848, but it took until 1920, August 26, 1920. It took almost 60 years from the start of the protest to get the women's right to vote. Vanessa?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I'm all about women empowerment. So I mean, March I'm usually pretty active since it is National Women's Month, but I wasn't familiar that it's Women's Equality Day.
Yes.
Something that's so important, and even still I feel like as a woman there's certain people that can't see the strength of women or what we're capable of as equal to men. So I'm glad that we have a day.
My opinion is women are far superior than men. That's my opinion.
Absolutely.
All right.
You said it, not me.
I will say it every day. Okay. The woman, the traditional role of the woman in the household to me is they're the director, they're the boss, they're the ones in charge, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Brad,
right?
We need to get a bunch of thumbs up for that.
Now,
YouTube.
Thumbs up for the women.
That's right. Now, in observance of Women's Equality Day, it not only commemorates, by the way, the passage of the 19th Amendment, but also calls attention to women's continuing efforts towards full equality. We have a short video with some messages from people we spoke to regarding women's rights. Let's watch.
My message is for everyone to join together, all women of all ages and all sizes and all shapes, to support and love one another.
My message is to celebrate empowerment of women.
My message is that women should stay independent, go out there, do things for themselves, and if you want to achieve something in life, you will definitely achieve it just if you just stick your nose out and go for it.
My message is for all women to keep moving forward.
My message is equality for women all over the world.
I hope for every woman is just reach the potential and every man help her. I just hope that every man in every part of this world understand that the woman are just the same. We are equal in every aspect, physical, mental, emotional, and we can reach the same goal.
Love that.
Now, yesterday was also the second day of the Republican National Convention. It kicked off with Trump issuing a surprise pardon. Every week, we don't know who he's going to be pardoning. One week, it's his campaign advisor. Another week, it's his former foreign security officials. Now, it is a convicted bank robber, John Ponder, who later founded the nonprofit group Hope for Prisoners. It's like Donald Trump is kind of like a bank robber. He's using the White House for his own personal gain, in my opinion.
I agree.
Do you think he's also? Do you think he's also pandering to the black vote? He's like, you know what? I'm going to make a lot of racial division in America. I'm going to encourage white supremacy. I'm going to make an equivalency between white supremacists and protesters who are protesting white supremacy. He's yet to come out about the white supremacist shooter in Wisconsin earlier,
right,
which we'll be talking about. Yet he pardons this gentleman, and, you know, his name is John Ponder, and I wonder if it's to pander. It's quite ironic that the guy's name is John Ponder. But I wonder if it is to pander to the black community.
Of course. That's the only reason why he even has anybody black speak at his conventions.
Right.
Yep.
Now, meanwhile, First Lady Melania Trump spoke at the Rose Garden, which she just renovated. Jackie Kennedy first oversaw the garden's construction in the 1960s. She gave condolences to the victims of COVID, and she spoke in front of an audience that was not, however, socially distanced. Most were not wearing masks. Most were not tested for COVID. And she spoke about the joys of U.S. citizenship, which she obtained after immigrating to the United States from Slovenia, which is part of the former Yugoslav Republic. You know, she was able, you know, as a famous model,
you know,
to get a work visa. She didn't really have an education. She did it because she was a famous model, a beautiful face, and then met a billionaire who married her and filed an adjustment for her. You know, so she really suffered through the immigration process. You know.
Yeah.
Now, she also claimed that Donald Trump was the first to speak about religious freedoms at the United Nations. False. Barack Obama did it too, as have presidents before him. And despite that, Trump, with the religious freedoms that they're all touting about Donald Trump, he's the one who put on the Muslim ban. Now, Larry Kudlow, President Trump's top economic advisor, declared the economy rescued and the coronavirus is in the past. Serious?
In the past.
In the past, the economy is rescued.
As cases grow.
It's like they're in a different universe.
In a time zone. It's like a Twilight Zone.
And finally, and by the way, there was more than 1,100 deaths from coronavirus just yesterday in the United States of America. Okay, and the unemployment rate is higher in the United States since any time since the Great Depression, over 100 years ago. With that being said, not to ponder or pander more or discuss Donald Trump, not to ponder Donald Trump or discuss his pandering more, but I do have to say this, Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
What's up?
Did you see, after everything that Donald Trump has done against immigrants in America, okay, try to defund USCIS, build a wall, call Mexicans and other people from Latin American countries rapists and murderers, people who come from Africa and Haiti and the Dominican Republic and many of the Caribbean countries, they're all from shitholes. We don't want them. And to stop refugees from coming, separating children from their families, instituting harsh public poverty guideline rules. I can go on and on and on, and that's just off the top of my head. And you know what he does yesterday? He decides that in the middle of the Republican National Convention, he is going to invite 5 immigrants to the White House and preside over a naturalization ceremony of these 5 nameless immigrants who stood beside him as political props. Now, Trump, as I said, he's blocked asylum seekers, the miles of the border wall. Now, if that is not the height of hypocrisy, if that is, I don't even know what the word is. It is so beyond disgusting for Donald Trump to say that he is in favor of immigrants in America. What a liar. What a bold face, pumpkin, orange, disgusting liar.
Absolutely.
That's all I can say. And shame on anybody who believes the crap he says. Shame on them.
Honestly, that's the thing. Like, that's why he says these things. Because, like you said before, who's gonna stop him? Nobody's saying it. Like, we just say, it's a lie. Like, he really doesn't care. he knows he's lying. It's a joke.
And nobody says anything about it.
Nobody says anything. Nobody, like, calls his bluff, like, takes him to court, do whatever they have to do.
How about this? You're not allowed as a public official to use government property for political campaigning.
There you go.
What is he doing?
Right.
Melania is making her speech from the Rose Garden. He's in the White House.
White House.
He's in the White House doing naturalization ceremonies in the middle of the Republican National Convention.
Man.
And Jilly says to me, how does he get away with that? And I'm going to answer Jilly exactly what Yo-Yo says. Because nobody stops him.
Nobody says that.
Okay. How does Trump get away with changing immigration laws? He's not allowed to say no more green cards. Only Congress is allowed to do that. He's not allowed to say, I'm going to stop people from these countries from coming to America. He did it. Nobody sued him.
Nobody sued him. Like, so he's going to keep on doing it.
Right. So every time he writes an executive order, and he is the king of executive orders, he's inviting people to sue him and get a judge to do an injunction. And he does executive order after executive order after executive order, and it becomes so overwhelming that you don't even know where to go first, second, and third. You're like, they come so fast at you. So in essence, it's basically, Yo-Yo, it's like the school, it's like the school bully. And I think I've said this before. The school bully in the lunchroom, and everyone says, who's going to stop this school bully? He's stealing everybody's pizza money on Fridays. Okay, he's dumping food. He's causing riots, food fights,
picking on people,
and nobody's doing anything. Until the lunch lady shows up. The lunch lady being the judge. There's no lunch ladies in America right now. Nobody's doing anything. He's the school bully in the lunchroom. I can't explain it any better than that. Who's going to stop the school bully until someone stops him? He just takes the power. Meanwhile, if there's any good news, roughly 17 million people watched the first night of the Republican National Convention, but on the second night, 26% less people watched. It is also 13% lower than the number of people who watched the first night of the Democratic National Convention. So if there's anything to be said, if you want to deal with the people who are watching, more people watched the Democratic National Convention, and the numbers dropped off precipitously from day one to day two. What does that mean? I have no idea. I guess you can argue that means that the Democrats at least have people who are more engaged.
Yeah.
Who are more engaged? I don't know. Now,
or more people are interested in hearing what the Democrats have to say this time around, since they've already lived through 4 years of Trump, and let's see what the change could be.
Meanwhile, just in some immigration news, the Executive Office for Immigration Review has announced that the New York immigration courts remain closed for non-detained hearings now through September 11th. They just updated their rules. So as previously announced, certain immigration courts have resumed non-detained hearings, but they are not happening here in New York. What else is happening here? Today is the first day talking about changing rules, Yo-Yo and Vanessa. Here's a perfect example of the hypocrisy. Donald Trump last night, naturalizing people. We welcome immigrants to America. Today, a new rule goes into effect that if you came here as a refugee, you came here and applied for political asylum, you can't get a work permit for 1 year. Okay, which means, which means you escaped violence, you escaped with your life, you come here with the clothes on your back, and America says, bring us your poor, your huddled masses, We will help you. We are a shining beacon of freedom and democracy. We are in favor of people's rights, people's right to live peacefully, people's right to have a religion and pray in that religion and follow that religion. We're in favor of capitalism. We're in favor of people hard work. Come here, escape the horrors from your other country. Except, you know what? It's now a horror when you come here. You get separated from your family, you get sent to jail. And if you do apply for asylum and you're lucky to get out, starve on the street or break the law and work illegally, which perpetuates the stereotype of immigrants coming here and working illegally and taking jobs away from Americans. And we want them to follow the law. And look at all these immigrants who don't. There is no law to follow if he doesn't give you a work permit to work. Are you supposed to starve on the street? What are you supposed to do if you're an immigrant and you escape with your life and you come to America and you apply for asylum and your asylum application is reviewed and it has some credibility and they release you from detention until you see a judge? What are you supposed to do? Where are you supposed to work?
And you know what's crazy? Like, not to justify anybody committing crimes or anything, but this exactly is why people, have to do what they do in order to survive, whether it's sell drugs or anything like that. If there are no opportunities given to these people to make money to provide for their family, what are they supposed to do?
If there is no legal path, okay, the best analogy is this, Yo-Yo. If you're walking in a building, okay, and you keep walking around a building, there's no door to get out of the building. There's no door.
Right.
What are you going to do? You got to either climb over a wall or you got to punch your way through. You got to break through. Okay, you got to break a wall. Got to break a law because there's no door to
Poverty
open.
levels rise. The immigration conversation grows even more, and then we wonder where
it just be work. It's not about that you have to be dealing drugs, Yo-Yo, but it could be you're working under the table. You can be working for cash,
which is still illegal.
Exactly. Now, starting today, you apply for asylum. You got to wait 1 year before you can apply for a work permit. And by the way, that doesn't mean when you apply for your work permit you get it that same day. That means you put your application in after 1 year. On the third night, by the way, since the police shooting that left Jacob Blake paralyzed, demonstrators in Kenosha, Wisconsin again defied curfew and were confronted by officers in riot gear who fired tear gas into the crowd. This is on a day when Donald Trump is leading the Republican National Convention and saying America is better than we ever were. Give me another 4 years. Wow. An overnight shooting left 2 people dead, 1 person with non-life-threatening injuries. Kenosha County Sheriff David Beth told the New York Times authorities are investigating whether the shooting resulted from a conflict between demonstrators and a group of men. Today, however, Kyle Rittenhouse, a white teenager, was arrested in Antioch, Illinois. Court records indicate he was booked for first-degree homicide. It appears that it was a white, at least what the news reports are alleging right now, that this could possibly be a white supremacy shooting.
How is he alive? How did he walk past the cops with a whole rifle?
Yesterday, when the people were shot, demonstrators pointed him out as the shooter, and the cops told the demonstrators, move away. Move away. Tonight, there was supposed to be NBA games in the bubble. The NBA is not playing in protest to what is going on.
Yeah. I saw Milwaukee Bucks. They did not come out, and that's them protesting. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, you're finally seeing them put their money where their mouth is, so I'm here for it.
So they refused to take the floor against the Orlando Magic, the Milwaukee Bucks. That's the closest city. They represent Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the closest city to where the shooting was. And they refusing to take the floor in their playoff game. This is the playoffs against the Orlando Magic in protest over the killing of Jacob Blake. Now, tonight, as a result of that, all NBA games have been canceled.
Good.
By the way, Yo-Yo and Vanessa.
Yeah.
There are 24 million coronavirus cases worldwide. There are 821,000 people have died. In the United States, 5.8 million people have been diagnosed with coronavirus. We are coming close to, as of yesterday, 180,000 deaths. Donald Trump is saying we're past it. Larry Kudlow is saying we're past it. Do you know what this is here? You know what I got there?
What?
I got my mask. I'm now doubling it.
Oh.
As my pocket square.
Oh.
All right, my new fashion statement. It's mask and pocket square.
Couldn't even tell.
What? You can't even tell,
That
right?
could actually be
Isn't
a
that
thing,
great?
Yo-Yo. Look into
Isn't that great? Look at that, right? New fashion statement.
A mask and
the mask pocket square. You like that? I'm starting it. All right, now if that starts taking off, Uncle Brad started it.
Trademark it.
Trademark it. Meanwhile, you know who tested positive for coronavirus? Usain Bolt.
Oh, yeah.
The Olympic great. Yeah, he tested positive for coronavirus. It was revealed, the sprinter broke the rules by holding a party for his 34th birthday. Now, Jamaica Prime Minister says there will be no special treatment if anyone has been found to break these rules. Usain does not have any symptoms. Two notable footballers, Manchester City's Raheem Sterling and Bayer Leverkusen's Leon Bailey, reportedly also attended Friday's bash. The Jamaican Gleaner quoted Craig Butler, who said it was Bailey's manager and adopted father, as saying, "How could Leon not attend and support his friend?" Now, Bolt had been given the test on Saturday, he said, and intended to quarantine. He urged those who had been around him to also isolate. So he has a party, and the next day tests positive for coronavirus.
I didn't mean to laugh at that. I was laughing at the fact that when the news had announced it, they put Kevin Hart's picture instead of Usain Bolt's.
Well, Kevin Hart and Usain Bolt, I think where the mistake was, obviously, Usain Bolt's just a little bigger. But
just a little bit.
Just a tiny,
it's like 5'4".
Just a tiny little bigger. But, Kevin Hart on his Instagram, I don't know, a while back, I remember seeing that he was doing, funny Instagram, videos with Usain Bolt. So maybe that's where it got confused. Because they were doing, Kevin Hart and Usain Bolt were doing a lot of videos together at one point. I remember seeing about a year or two ago. I don't know if that's the reason. Or it's just a stupid guy who put up the wrong picture. I don't know.
Just a dumb
guy. Just a dumb guy. Just a dumb guy. All right. You know what today is, Dr. Love?
It's Hump Day.
It's Hump Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, I have in my hand the top Hump Day stories of the week. I don't know what they are because I don't read them ahead of time because I want to laugh too. All right. A new extreme dating site only matches users with a 20-year age gap, and photos are optional. Site creator David Mins builds this new matchmaking app, 20 Dating, as the world's first extreme age gap dating site. If you like grandpa dating, this is the place to go if you're a young person. Now, Mins told Metro UK, of course, this is always in the UK, trying to connect with someone more than 20 years old or younger on a product like Tinder or Bumble is at best going to end up with a lot of rejection. He hopes 20 Dating will help diminish the stigma of older people and younger. That's extreme picture right there. There's no swiping on 20 Dating or barriers to communication, meaning the algorithm allows all users with the appropriate age group to instantly contact one another. What do you think, Vanessa? If you were not taken, would you want to go extreme dating older?
They should have called it like Rock the Cradle or something.
Rock the Cradle.
But no, I don't think I would be interested in that age gap.
Hey, depends on the money.
And if coronavirus has not ruined, by the way, if coronavirus has not ruined enough already, now, is this really true? The Deerfield testicle pageant in Adrian, Michigan, has now been postponed for a second time. The Deerfield Testicle Pageant, which would have been celebrating what? The Deerfield Testicle Festival. It's not a pageant, it's a festival.
It's
the
not
Deerfield
a pageant.
Festival of Testicles.
It's like bull nuts.
Which would have been celebrating its 19th anniversary. 19 years they've had it, but it's now been postponed 2 years in a row. The pageant attracts more than 2,000 folks to the Deerfield group every year, and it's the Legion's greatest fundraiser for the whole year. So what do they do at this
They eat
pageant?
bull testicles.
They eat fried testicles, bull testicles. Funds are raised from the pageant and sales of beer, deep-fried cattle testicles, and rooster gizzards and T-shirts. It is not human testicles. That is really, really gross. Now, women are...
Would y'all try it?
What?
Would you try bull testicles?
I would not.
Really?
I would not.
I thought you try everything.
No. You know what? There is not... I don't care where the testicle comes from, Yo-Yo. It's not going in Uncle Brad's mouth. Have you tried a bull testicle, Yo-Yo?
Hell no.
Hell no. All right. Meanwhile, women are posing topless on mountaintops for empowerment, and it is Women Empowerment Day. Now, Vanessa, perhaps you want to, perhaps you want to discuss this with some of your clients. You want to go viral. Women
Actually, that would be smart.
Yes, women are posing topless while hiking on mountaintops. It's now a new social media trend. The movement, which has been around since 2015, has surged in recent months. After reaching the mountaintop, female hikers will strip down, look out on the vista, and have a friend take their picture from behind. It's especially prevalent in Colorado, where going topless is legal. What do you think? Have you ever done that, Vanessa? Have you ever thought of that?
I hadn't thought of it, but I'm all for women empowerment. So if that's what we're doing and some good content, look at that.
I will be going upstate New York next weekend. I intend to go walk on top of a mountain and go topless.
And find powerful women too.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Let's all hang out.
All right.
Brad's all about the girl power.
Yes. All right. Meanwhile, a brewery in Western Canada was forced to apologize after unwittingly naming a beer product after the Murray word for pubic hair. The Moray. Now, Hell's Basement Brewery in Alberta, Canada, started marketing Huru Huru, a New Zealand craft ale, last year. The brewery picked the name because it understood the word meant feather or fur. But to Hamora Nakora, a Moray, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, living in New Zealand, I guess they are indigenous to New Zealand, living in New Zealand, and well-known former TV person, Maui, okay, well-known former TV personality. And I believe the people who are indigenous in New Zealand, I could be wrong, but I believe they're Polynesian, said that the word huru huru also has an altogether different meaning for the Kiwi indigenous community. He wrote in a Facebook post, "Yes, I know huru means feather, fur, and even hair of the head, but it's also most commonly referred to the pubic hair." Now, can you imagine talking about bad marketing? This beer company makes the beer, basically, you're drinking pubic hair. That's what the marketing is, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Nope. You guys aren't gonna go for it.
I gotta finish. I gotta finish on a better note than that one for Hump Day. Let me find another.
Make it spicy.
Yeah. Between bull testicles and
testicles for dinner
and pubic hair.
There's breast on mountains.
We don't. Dr. Love was not needed today so far.
Yeah.
I have one last article. Let's see what this one says. Cam girls are now working inside warehouse studio pods to adhere to coronavirus safety standards. Adult webcam company CamSoda has launched pop-up studios for cam girls so they can have a workplace where they don't have to worry about bothering housemates. They are working and stripping. I guess that's what they do on these campsites. They are working and stripping in these individual, I guess, plastic pods. A test run of this concept was recently opened in Medellin, Colombia, where lockdown orders are in place. CamSoda took advantage of the hard-hit real estate market, converted one of the city's many empty warehouses into studios. And that...
Brilliant.
Brilliant, Cam Soda. Brilliant. You know what we did is we just did by Skype, you know?
Yeah,
we just did, right? I don't know why do they need to go to this pod? Why don't they just Skype from their bedroom?
Yeah.
Like Yo-Yo is doing. And Vanessa's doing. Not the camming now.
But that's just it. Maybe they have roommates. It's a small space. They need it's like what are these offices you rent in the city?
It's like the WeWork. It's like
WeWork.
It's like WeWork for campsites.
For cam.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess they don't care. I mean,
Well, I mean,
everybody's looking at them. But I would be like, if I'm in this little pod, I would be looking over like, what is the person in the pod doing next to me? Oh my God! Look what she's doing! I'd be like,
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense because they probably they provide the equipment, the lighting, the props, the background. So I mean, if they make it like that,
it's kind of like the translucent toilet. Where Yo-Yo said you wouldn't go in the glass toilet because people may look at you. It's the same thing. I mean, all these women are in these open pods and they're looking at each other performing.
I don't think they're worried about each other. They're worried about getting that shmoney.
The shmoney.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They get it ready. They just want the shmoney.
They want the shmoney. They're not worried about who's doing what on the next pod.
All right. I guess you're right. Why don't we tell everybody what they need to do? By the way, share. Sonny and Cher. You remember them? Or are you too young for Sonny and Cher?
Oh, of course I know Sonny and Cher.
You know Sonny
I
and
love
Cher? Sonny and Cher.
I know.
Be Sonny and Cher.
I'll be Cher. You could be Sonny.
Sonny.
Cher.
I like.
Even though Cher's the lady, but she's a star.
It's very
weird
because
that's why I'm Cher.
You're Cher. Vanessa's Cher.
I'm gonna be Cher. I'm gonna be Cher. I'm not gonna be Sonny.
I'm a team player. Whatever makes you feel.
Okay, good. Brad, you could be Sonny. I'll be and Ness-quick could be Cher.
No. You're gonna be Alice, Yo-Yo. You're Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Oh, Alice.
You're in the middle. Wasn't Alice in the middle? She was the middle one, right?
Yeah, but she was the maid.
Okay, no, you're not the maid.
That's how you know I used to watch the Brady Bunch.
No, but I was saying because Alice was in the middle,
Right.
All right. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I get ready to answer their immigration questions?
Absolutely. All right, everybody on Facebook, you already know what time it is. It's time to start your watch parties. It's so simple, cinchy even. All you have to do is click share, watch party, and start. Share, watch party, and start. It takes the video from our page to your page. You are the host. Everybody will be commenting only on your video, but tell them to come to the main page, just like this. Share, watch party, and start. It's so easy. Throw in all your questions and your comments in the comment section right now as well, because after this segment, we will be doing social media check-in. Sharing is caring, as you can see down here. All you have to do is click that little arrow and share to anybody that you think might enjoy this show or actually need some help. All right, Ness-quick, what are we going to do on YouTube?
On YouTube, friend, you should already be subscribed and make sure that you turn on the notification squad so that you know when Brad Show is on live Monday through Friday. Also, leave your comments down below. We'd love to have conversations with you guys. And you'll also catch that right under the screen, there's a little arrow for you to share. Once you click that, you can copy the link. You can send it as an email, or you can even share it on WhatsApp. We are providing so much knowledge and so much value. And you want to make sure that we get this out to as many people as we can. Brad is about to answer immigration questions live, and there might just be someone out there that you know that has the same question. And by you just sharing this program live right now, letting them know that we are going to answer immigration questions, you could be doing a great deed helping someone out. Make sure you give us a thumbs up so that YouTube realizes that there's great work happening here, and we get more squad members to join our community. We are also on Instagram at Brad Show Live. Make sure you follow us there. You can also leave your social media questions in the DM there. We, every now and again, do a contest or a giveaway. So catch the best snippets on our show at Brad Show Live on Instagram. Let's get to it. Without further ado, getting answers, your immigration questions.
All right, we're going to go with Dave in Oakland, California. Dave, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. What can I do to help you?
Yeah, I have two questions.
Sure.
Today, I'm married to a permanent resident. My wife went to the interview on February 7th. She passed the test, but she didn't got ceremony yet. Still waiting for that. Like how long it will be?
It's too bad. Too bad she didn't do it yesterday. Trump naturalized 5. I don't know if he's going to naturalize any more. There's 100,000 people. We talked about it. Actually, that's another thing I could have said about Trump. There are 100,000 people in the United States at this very moment who passed their citizenship test and has not been sworn in. Trump made himself out to be the immigrant in chief by swearing in 5 people at the White House. There's still 999,995 people to go. When I don't know when they're going to be sworn in. You know, they started to do a few by video. It all depends on COVID. You're out in California right now. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with COVID. I don't know what's going to happen with Trump and USCIS. USCIS was not even scheduling anything because they were about to furlough 70% of their employees and then miraculously discovered they had money. When is the swearing in? I don't know the answer. Hopefully soon.
Okay, I have another question. Like right now, I'm on a F1 status and I'm on out of status right now. Is there any problem for me?
Well, hopefully not. I mean, you know, being out of status, you're always, possible that immigration can trip over you or you can trip over immigration. I strongly doubt immigration is going to come knock on your door, out of the 10 million people who are out of status in America, that they could come knock on your door. But yeah, you could always trip over them and they can put you in removal. You know, if you have a good lawyer like myself, I'm sure we can delay your removal long enough to wait on your wife's, swearing in. She's already passed her citizenship test. So, it's possible you get put in removal, but ultimately you're gonna live here for the rest of your life and get your green card here. You just got to wait on your wife's naturalization, even if they put you in removal tomorrow.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're not happy with my answer?
The thing is, I don't know, I was we've been married for 1.5 years. I've been.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. I understand. People think I'm USCIS. I'm not USCIS. I'm just a lawyer telling you what's going on. Ultimately, my guess is that if your wife passed her citizenship test months ago, that she's got to be top of the list somewhere to get sworn in. So hopefully soon. I would assume between now and the end of the year, she's going to be a citizen and you're going to be filing your adjustment. I know it's frustrating. You just got to hang in there.
Yeah. Actually, I have done the adjustment a year ago. It's been 1 year ago.
Oh, you already did your adjustment. Already did,
yeah.
Okay, so you just got to wait it out. It'll happen soon.
Oh.
It'll happen soon.
Okay.
Just because it's a combination. Okay. You got a combination of Trump and COVID. It's a bad storm for immigrants.
Okay.
All right, hang in there. All right, let's go to Dwayne in Atlanta, Georgia. Dwayne.
Yes, Brad. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have a situation here. I'm married to a U.S. citizen back in 2016 February in Jamaica. Came here in 2017 May. And I got through with a 2-year green card, and which expired last year. And I got the extension, and we sending requests for evidence and filed together. October last year, things not going so well with me and the wife. Now, 2 days ago, she told me that she filing for divorce. So I'm wondering what happened, being as I haven't heard from USCIS yet.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you and your wife are going through a divorce. Hopefully you can work it out. But if not, if you get divorced, I have at least good news for you. You're going to get a green card, because the law doesn't say you have to stay in an unhappy marriage to get your green card. What the law says is if you have a 2-year card and you're going for your permanent card, you just have to prove it was a real marriage. And the government gives you 3 ways to prove it's a real marriage. You've already done one way, which isn't going to work, which is you and your wife file together and you appear at an interview and you're happily married and you get your 10-year card. But there's 2 other ways. The way you're going to go is, I'm divorced. Here's my divorce decree. I was in a happy marriage. It ended up unhappily, but here's the proof that it was real. And you do it all on your own. So as soon as your wife starts the divorce action, you should contact immigration, submit a copy of your divorce action even before you're fully divorced. Tell them you're going through a divorce, convert the case to a divorce case, which is basically a waiver of the requirement for a joint application to remove the conditions of your permanent residence. And then your wife will be taken off the file. They'll only be communicating with you. You'll go on an interview and prove it was a real marriage and that you're fully divorced.
Yes, sir. I have to say something to you, though, Brad. You know, I contact a law firm here in Atlanta. They told me that I have no option.
You didn't contact anyone who knows what they're talking about. Hold on one second. Okay.
So I said, let me. Yeah.
Hold on. We'll help you. Hold on. Let's go to Francis in Austin, Texas. Francis.
Hey, Brad.
How are you?
My name is Francis. Yeah, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's going on?
Yeah, I applied for my citizenship for November last year, and I got interview February 20th. On the February 20th in the morning, I got the interview and I got approval of my interview.
Great.
And on my page, I got waiting online to get the ceremony and oath.
Yeah.
But I cannot get it up to today. This morning, I checked into my app. I saw my case was denied because at the time before I filed, yes, me and my wife will have an issue and we settled it. The time we have issues, instead of me having a violation in my record, she asked me to give her a space, which I give her a space.
So you were denied. You were denied for not having good moral character?
No, I was denied because they say I did not tell them I moved out from the house. But I moved back.
Okay, but you still have to. Okay, I would need. They're denying you for misrepresenting a fact somewhere about where you were living at any particular time. Because you have to list on your naturalization all your addresses, for the last 5 years. So if you didn't list properly where you were living, that could be a misrepresentation. But hold on 1 second. We'll help you. But that could be a reason to deny you. They would be right if you.
So am I to reapply or to
I don't know, because if they said you misrepresented yourself, then you would have to wait at least 3 years for good moral character again, assuming you and your wife are together. I don't know if you misrepresented yourself. You're telling me that's what they claim. So hold on.
They say because I did not prove the address of where I'm staying before. Where I moved to before I moved back again to my wife. That's what they're saying.
Well, what they're saying is you haven't proven that you and your wife are living together in a bona fide marriage for 3 years preceding the filing of your application.
Yeah.
So the fact, okay. So that's different. Okay, because if you're filing your citizenship for your naturalization based on living together in a bona fide marriage for 3 years, if you break that continuity. You lived with your wife for a year. You got into a fight. You moved out for 6 months. You moved back. That's not living in a bona fide marital union for 3 years. That's living in a bona fide marital union for a year and then another year and a half.
After 3 years. I filed after 3 years.
But you're not understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth. You didn't live with your wife for 3 consecutive years. That's why they're denying you. You need 3 consecutive years of living with your wife, not I'm married to my wife for 3 years. You moved out at some period of time. No? Am I getting this wrong?
No. The green years, my 3 years green card lasted 3 years when I stayed with my wife.
All right. I would need to see the decision then, because I think we're talking in circles, because I don't understand what you're saying to me. All right. But I'll read the decision and then I'll tell you what they're saying and then you can tell me why they're wrong and then we'll figure out what to do from there. All right. So hold on 1 second.
Okay. I'm going to.
Hold on. Because let's go to Tony in Kansas City, Missouri. Tony.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, Brad. Good evening.
Good evening.
My problem is this. I'd like to file for citizenship, but a few months back, last year, around the end of last year, a lady took a swing at me, and in defending myself, my hand caught her over her eye, and she told a lie to the courts on me, saying that I hit her with a glass or something. Anyways, my lawyer got the case, talked to the prosecution's office, and they gave me a deferred prosecution.
They gave you what?
They gave me a deferred prosecution.
Deferred prosecution. Okay. So, all right. So, two things. You're claiming, I have no idea, I wasn't there. I'm just repeating what you're saying. You're claiming that while defending yourself, this woman's eye went into your hand. Okay. That's fine. But they gave you a deferred prosecution. And so there's no criminal conduct on your part. So now your question is what?
Right. So in the deferred prosecution, I had to just do a 10 years community service, and then for another couple of years, they say just stay out of trouble and all of that. Can I still file for citizenship?
I don't know what you never pled guilty to anything, right?
No, I never pled guilty to anything.
So it sounds like it is. It sounds like it's not a criminal conviction, because for a criminal conviction you have to plead guilty and serve a sentence. It sounds like you served a sentence, and because you served a sentence, they agreed not to prosecute you and not to find you guilty of anything. It's kind of like a diversion program. Those are what it's called. So if this was a diversion program, you have been found innocent. Can you apply for citizenship? Of course. You're not going to get deported or anything, but you still have to prove good moral character. That is a stain against your moral character. You have to prove good moral character for 5 years.
So I have to wait for 5 years, because my wife said she wanted me to go ahead and.
You don't have to wait. All right, you're in a bona fide marriage with your spouse right now.
Right.
Okay, so then it would be 3 years, not 5. You can absolutely try. You're allowed to have a bad day, but this was a pretty bad day when there's allegations of domestic violence. That's a pretty bad day. That's not just a bad day. That's a pretty bad day. But you can still try to prove.
The paper that I signed, the prosecuting office, all they said is, if I run into any more trouble, I have to report to their office and stuff like that. So I should, for the next 2 years or so, I should just,
And by the way, now I'm just thinking now off the top of my head, you can't even prove good moral character if you're serving any sort of probation. So whether you were found guilty or not, so it would be 3 years from the end of your probation anyway.
Okay, so I shouldn't do it then.
I mean, you can. Nothing bad will happen to you. If you don't have a criminal record, you can try. The worst they'll say is no. It's up to you.
Okay.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, let's go to Devore in Savannah, Georgia. Devore.
Hey, Brad. How you
doing?
I'm doing good. I really love your show.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Yeah, so my question to you, Brad, is I came to the U.S. in October of 2015. About January of 2016, I got a traffic ticket, which I paid the fine for.
What's a travel ticket?
Say that again, please.
What do you mean? You got what type of ticket?
Speed ticket.
Oh, a speeding ticket. Okay.
Yeah, a speeding ticket.
All right. A traffic ticket. You said. I didn't hear the first word. Okay, got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So a year later, I was on my way back home, and I got a second speeding ticket. That one I got arrested for.
Okay.
I was arrested for
you were going pretty fast.
So. Yes, because I was late for the airport, so I got arrested.
Right, so it was more like a reckless driving than it was just
reckless driving. Yes. I was in jail for like an hour.
Mm-hmm. Missed the plane.
Missed my flight.
Right.
Yes, missed my flight, and then I paid a fine to a lawyer about a month after I came back. I paid up to like $1,700. The lawyer said that they would dismiss the case and let it be like for a court fee. That's what they would be paid as.
Okay.
Then last year now, someone they bad drive me on the highway, and actually the person was using their phone. I sped past them to go into the different lane, And as soon as I did that, there was a cop ready, so I got my third speeding ticket. Right.
Well, constantly, none of this is deportable. None of this is inadmissible. My opinion always is that, you're not a person of bad moral character. You're just a bad driver. A immigration officer, and you're in Georgia, so they're a little more stricter in Georgia than they are here in New York, believe it or not. Or maybe you probably would believe that anyway, because it would be more stricter down south. But an officer could possibly say, you know what, you're recklessly driving. That's different than just being negligently driving. Negligently driving, I didn't see the red light, I went through it, I made a mistake, I didn't make a full stop. Those are all negligent things, and those are things that nobody could ever in a million years say you're a person of bad moral character. But when you're getting to reckless driving, those are things that you're intentionally doing. It could impact your moral character because, the term reckless means you're intentionally doing something. You're doing it, even though you know better. So is reckless driving bad moral character one time? No. Is it bad moral character twice? No, maybe 3 times. But you only have it once, and then you just have 2 tickets. So to me, as I'm just going through my head, one time recklessly driving, and it turned into something other than reckless driving. It just turned into a traffic infraction, and you have 2 additional traffic infractions. Given everything in totality, my opinion is you're just a bad driver, but you're a person of good moral character.
Okay, so on my N400 form that I'll file for naturalization, should I include all those in my form?
Yeah, don't lie.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and would that deny me any chance of becoming a citizen here?
If you are adjudged to be not having good moral character, yes. If it happened more than 5 years ago, no. Or 3 years if you're in a bona fide marriage.
Say that again, please.
Are you in a bona fide marriage with a U.S. citizen?
No. My parents filed for me to be here.
Okay, fine. So then 5 years. If it happened in the last 5 years, they're looking at your moral character in the last 5 years. So
okay,
if all of this happened
in 2017.
All right.
Now it's 2020.
So the answer is you could try now. The worst they'll say is no. Or you can go in 2022 when it passed 5 years, assuming you don't have any more issues.
Okay.
But I would do it now because I think you're going to become a citizen. That would be my opinion.
Okay, so I can actually do it now, even though October this year will be my 5 years. Can I send the papers in from now?
Then October would be 5 years from you having a green card.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're within the 90-day period.
Okay, I can do it within 90 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much, Brad.
All right, let's go to Mike in Minneapolis. Mike.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Brad. I'm doing good. Please, I just want to find out I just want to ask one question, though. I'm a green card holder. I had my green card through marriage. So I got when my green card, my 2 years green card expired, I had to apply for a removal of my condition.
Right.
So I did that. I got an 18-month extension.
Right.
So my question now is, am I eligible to apply for naturalization?
The answer is yes. If you are now into your 3rd year of conditional residence status and you are in a bona fide marriage with your spouse, the law says you're eligible to file for your naturalization. Will they grant you naturalization without granting you the removal of the conditions? No. In years past, that would be a way to speed up to remove the conditions because they would interview you for the I-751 and the N-400 at the citizenship interview. Recently, since Trump came along, they've been doing the citizenship interview, marking it pending, waiting on the I-751. But yeah, go do it. It won't hurt you. And maybe they change the way they do things.
Okay, so I could do that then. I could apply for it because, I haven't gotten the 10 years green card already. You remove all the conditions.
I know, you're still pending. Yeah, you can try. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, Mike?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Stuart in Baltimore. Stuart.
Yes, how you doing, Brad?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. I got a question. I want to file for my naturalization. But I came here back in 1999. My dad filed for me. I was 17 at the time, and he was already a citizen.
Were you living with him?
Yes, I lived with him for 6 months, and then I moved to Maryland.
Okay. So when you were 17, how old are you now?
Yes. I am 38.
Okay, so what year were you born? I'm bad at math.
82.
You were born in 82. When did you turn 18? When was your 18th birthday?
2000.
What month?
June.
Okay. Between February 2000 to June 2000, where were you living?
In Maryland.
You were not with your dad?
No.
Okay. So, and was your mom married to your dad?
No, my mom was still in Jamaica.
Okay, but alive?
Yes.
Okay. You are not a citizen. You have to do the naturalization. I'll tell you why. What the law generally says is that if you have a green card and you're under 18 and you live with one of your natural parents, your biological parents, who is a citizen, you're an automatic citizen. You got to be living in their legal and physical custody for any duration of time. However, the law was different before February 2020. It changed. So before February 2020, the law said if you're going to gain citizenship through your dad, either one, your dad has to have custody of you through a divorce, or your mom has to be passed away and dead. Thank God she's alive. So when you moved to Maryland, you were already no longer living with your dad when the laws changed. You weren't a citizen beforehand because your mom was alive and your dad was never married to your mom, so he couldn't have gotten custody of you through divorce. So under the old laws, you weren't a citizen. Under the new laws, the facts were you weren't living with your dad. So as a result, my interpretation is, and my analysis is, you would have to do an N-400. You are not an automatic U.S. citizen.
Okay. Also, I want to get information on the consultation.
All right. Hold on one second. Let's go to Tracy in Chicago. Tracy. Tracy.
I'm sorry. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. Quick question. Thank you for everything you do.
My pleasure.
Quick question. I'm a U.S. citizen. I have no kids. My husband, we're in the process would like to do the I-485.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, how much do I have to make in the poverty level to apply for him?
Over 23,000.
Oh, that's it. With the new public charge?
Well, that's two different things. Okay.
Okay.
One is how much money are you earning? Okay.
How much do I make a year? I make about 43,000.
All right. So.
And that's just me, no kids. That's
right, I understand that. So you make enough. That's no problem. Then you have to do what's called a 944 because you're out in Illinois, and you got to prove that your husband has skills and education that, and potentially has access to health insurance so that he won't ever have any risk of collecting any sort of government assistance.
Okay, awesome. And with that being said, so he is in my, he does have insurance because I got him on my, my United Healthcare, so everything, he got all that.
Right.
So with the skills, he does have a college degree, but of course it's from his country. Is that okay?
Yep, it sounds like you're going to have no problem.
Okay, awesome. Right. And I think I had one more question.
Sure.
Was, so do I just submit in my 2019 tax form? Because the new job is not making $40,000.
That's fine. You're going to submit a job letter and put your current income.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Brad.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let's go to Monique in Denver. Monique.
Hi, Brad.
Hi,
how are you?
Good. What's going on?
Good. All right. I'm a permanent resident, and I'm able to do my citizenship, but I decided I want to do it next year. but my husband living in Haiti. He's living abroad, and they told us his priority date was September 27th, but the USCIS office received our documents in October 2nd, and they gave us 3 more months on top of that, which is 16 months. So I want to know, like, when is that time frame?
When is the time frame for what?
For his visa approval letter.
Well, hopefully it'll come soon, but right now, even if it's approved, even if you get the I-130 approval, you do the affidavits of support, and they transfer the case down to Haiti, he's not coming here because right now Donald Trump put a halt on all spouses of permanent residents. So, you know,
Okay.
Why are you waiting till next year to become a citizen?
Because they're going to add more time. They're going to add more months to it.
How long have you had a green card?
I had it for 10 years.
So what do you mean they're going to add more time to it? More time to what?
They're going to add like 24 months or 20 months on it. I know what they're going to do. I'm not stupid.
On what?
On his time, not on my time, but on his time.
What are you saying? You're saying if you become a citizen, it's going to take longer?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I read the chart.
That doesn't make any sense to me. If you become a citizen, he's an immediate relative. He's immediately eligible for his green card. You're not going to file. You're not going to file a new I-130. I think where you're getting mistaken, Monique, is you think you have to file a new application. You don't file a new application. You keep your same.
But my adjustment will change. My status will change, and then that's another month.
No. You're all wrong. You have an I-130 filed right now. Donald Trump says no person married to a permanent resident gets a green card. So until Trump changes his mind, and if he never changes his mind, or he becomes president and never changes his mind, your husband's never getting a green card ever for the rest of eternity. So now, I think what you're thinking is that if you become a citizen, you have to file a new visa petition. You don't.
Yeah, and I don't want to go through it. That's another process again.
You're not going to. All right? What you're going to do is you're going to write a letter to immigration, wherever that visa petition is, or at the National Visa Center.
It's in California.
Okay, wherever, just listen, wherever it is, you're going to submit a copy of your naturalization, and you're going to say, I'm a citizen, upgrade my case. And you get the same place online that you started. So let's say you filed in 2018 or 2019. It's as if a U.S. citizen filed in 2018 or 2019. It's not like you're starting over again. So
but I do have an attorney. I did hire an attorney.
If your attorney's telling you not to become a citizen, that attorney doesn't know what he's talking about. Become a citizen. Your husband won't get here. Trust me.
Okay, so become a citizen and then don't do the I-30 anymore.
No. Continue processing it. And upgrade.
It is processing right now.
And upgrade it when he becomes a citizen. So in other words, the I-130 is going along in the slow lane. Okay? When you become a citizen, if you're watching, we're going along slow lane, I-130, slow. When you become a citizen, it's not like this I-130 goes back to the start of the race. He's still right where you became a citizen, except we change lanes and goes into a faster lane. Boom, right off the screen. Become a citizen.
I'm just afraid that they're going to add more time. I know those people.
You're doing it absolutely.
I know them. They're going to put more.
No, you're doing it. You're doing it wrong. 100% wrong, and that whole theory is wrong. The whole theory is wrong. Become a citizen. And if you need help, hold on. Sounds like you're getting bad advice. Let's go to Javed in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, sir. Mr. Brad, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Quick question. It's did the interview on this 2020 January with my spouse, and they said the interview is approved. Then up to now, I don't get my green card yet. It's like about 8 months past.
Your interview was approved for what?
Through my spouse.
For your adjustment?
Marriage. Yeah,
it says your adjustment was approved and you still have not received your green card?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't get my green card yet.
Have you contacted immigration, say, hey, where's my green card? My adjustment got approved 8 months ago. I've been a resident for 8 months.
Yes, sir. I called them in June 4th. They said they're checking my background, and then I called them again after 2 months. Then they said they're still checking my background.
But then you have not been approved yet.
Oh.
What may have gotten approved is your I-130. That you and your wife proved you're in a real marriage, but your adjustment of status has not been approved yet. It's the adjustment of status. It's that background check that gets the adjustment approved. And by the way, just like they had no money and they had to furlough 13,000 people, your background checks are being done. That's BS too. And if it takes so long to do a background check, you should start thinking about a mandamus. All right, hold on 1 second if you need help. Let's go to Mahmoud in Raleigh, North Carolina. Mahmoud.
Yes. Hi, Brad. How are you doing?
How are you?
Good, thank you, sir. I have a question. I'm come here for United States 2016. I married a woman from here, citizen, and I have a problem with her last year I have a problem with her in case I go court and stuff. And just in the case it's met. I have a year now.
You had a problem. You had a problem with who? Your wife?
Yeah, it was my wife.
What was the problem?
Everything fake.
Mahmoud, you got arrested? There was like an incident between you and your wife?
Yeah, I got arrested. Yeah, I got arrested for this, and I stay in jail about 2 days. And just I come out, and her family and my family go out together, and everything fixed, and the case comes dismissed.
Okay.
And I have about a year now. And my question is now, if I want to apply for citizenship, this affect me or something?
When was this arrest?
2019.
Yes. If you get arrested for domestic violence, it's not good moral character.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean you can't prove you're a person of good moral character, but yes, it absolutely affects your citizenship.
Yeah, fact. And just it's us stay together in one house, us buy a house together, and stay everything is fine.
You are in a bona fide marriage with your wife. You had a bad day with her, and yes, I'm not arguing with you. You asked me a question. Does it affect your citizenship? The answer is yes. You didn't ask the other question. You didn't ask the other. Will I become a citizen? And I would say, I would say yes. You would become a citizen. But those are two different questions, okay? Yeah. For me to say, no, it won't affect your case. No, nobody's going to ask you any questions about it. Don't worry about it. That's not true. That's different than saying, I'm allowed to have a bad day. They're going to ask me a lot of questions about it. I got to prove I'm a person of good moral character. I got to prove I'm with my wife. We're happy. We're in a marriage. Do I think you're going to become a citizen? The answer is yes. Those are two different questions.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's go to Elaine in the Bronx. Elaine.
Yes. Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm asking a question on behalf of a friend.
Yeah.
He filed I-130s for his wife and 2 biological kids and 2 stepkids. And that was in June 2019. He received a letter from USCIS on February 4th, 2020, saying that the case was transferred to a new jurisdiction. So the question is, are they counting from June, or are they counting from the new jurisdiction receiving on February 4th?
They should be counting from the time it was originally filed.
Well, it's already 13 months already.
Yeah, well, it's COVID, furloughs, and everything else, so hopefully soon. All right? When Donald Trump says, look at these, I naturalized 5 immigrants, okay? The rest of the world should watch Bradshaw Live and hear all the problems everybody has getting a green card.
Yeah, and I have another question. The kids, the wife, they're in Jamaica, but one of the stepchild now turns 21. What's gonna?
As long as the marriage happened before 18, and as long as the I-130 is filed before 21, under the Child Status Protection Act, they're covered. Don't worry.
Okay, and finally, if another lawyer have the case, and can they transfer to? Because I was recommending your office. Can they transfer to you?
Of course.
How? I'm going to make a consultation to see how they can go about doing that.
Thanks. Hold on. Let's go to Marciela in Fort Worth, Texas. Marciela.
Yes. My question is, I am a U.S. citizen. I petitioned for my husband. The I-30 was accepted. Now we have been requested to send the I-485. So right now with the COVID, the I-944 is not on the USCIS website.
Right.
So
just file without it, because you better do and then wait for them to request it.
Okay, so he won't be denied if we don't send that in.
No, I mean they're going to want it eventually, but I'm sure they'll give you an RFE.
Okay, so will it affect it? We got this notice back in June the 1st, and we are just now trying to send these documents. Is that going to be affected?
What was the notice you got June the 1st?
The one telling us to send the 485.
Why would you get a notice telling you to send an I-45? You got an I-130 approval letter.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay.
We got the approval letter.
Yeah, that's fine. Just file your adjustment. File the adjustment.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Audrey in White Plains, New York. Audrey.
Hello, Brad.
Hi,
Good
how
afternoon.
Are you? How you doing?
I'm good. Good. I'm trying to find out. I have a niece in Jamaica, a grandniece, and I'm trying to see if I could adopt her. She's 14.
Where's the mother and father?
I don't know where the father is, but the mother is my niece.
And where does the child live?
She lives in Jamaica.
With the mother?
With her mom. With her mom.
Okay, so the only way that you can do an adoption from Jamaica is as an orphan. So you would have to go to Jamaica, not do an adoption in Jamaica because that child would never get here. I promise you, when I tell you that, do not adopt this child in Jamaica. You would have to go to Jamaica and strip the mother of her parental rights because she's not a good mom. She can't take care. The mother's poor. She can't support the child.
Yeah, because
the child.
I'm the one
let me finish. So you're supporting the child. The mother can't afford it. So you would have to take the child out of that mother's home, put her in somebody else's home, get the Child Protective Services in Jamaica involved, get them to strip the mother of her parental rights. The child's not living with the mother can't support this child. The father disappeared. Now the child is an orphan. Now you can do a pre-adoption in New York. You're in White Plains in New York, and then do an orphan petition to bring the child up to America. The child would have a green card. You complete the adoption in White Plains. The child becomes a citizen. I can help you. Hold on one second. All right. See where we're at here. I think it's Braducation time. In this Braducation, I answer the question, how long after I get married can I file for my spouse? You can file for your spouse the next day, and you should. People think that they should wait because somehow it's going to make it look like it's more of a real marriage. Quite frankly, if you're in a real marriage, it's going to be real if you file the day after you get married, and it's going to be real if you file 6 months after you get married, and it's going to be real if you file 1 year after you get married. So you might as well file right after you get married. If, on the other hand, it is something other than a real marriage, whether you wait 1 day to file, 6 months to file, or a year to file, I can almost assure you, you will not get through. The Immigration Service will figure it out, so you're only hurting yourself and fooling yourself. Quite frankly, don't outsmart anybody. Don't try to outsmart yourself. If you're married and you want a green card, get married. All right, and by the way, we're going to get into social media check-in in about 45 seconds from now. But if you didn't get your immigration question answered at Brad Show Live, on our show right now live, you can always follow me at Real Brad Bernstein on Instagram. Drop me a DM. I can't even talk sometimes. I will try to answer your question as best as I can. You could also follow us on Instagram at Brad Show Live. If you follow us at Brad Show Live, you get the best 1, 2, 3 minute biteable versions of a 2-hour Brad Show Live. You don't have time for 2 hours of Brad Show Live? Just watch 1 or 2 minutes on Instagram at Brad Show Live. And Yo-Yo and Vanessa, what do you got?
Yeah, you guys can follow me at Yonathan Elias TV on all social media platforms.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at Vanessa.Contreras TV.
All right, let's do something we like to call social media check-in. All right, what do we got, guys?
All right, Najla on YouTube asks, my dad will be a citizen in 2 years. He's petitioning for my sister and her 3 kids, which usually takes about 5 years. Once my dad gets his citizenship, can he make the process for petitioning my sister faster?
No. I mean, you could upgrade it, but it's going to be a couple months. But Dad should file now if she's unmarried. Upgrade it when you become a citizen. I take it back. The answer will be a few months faster, but it's not like it's going to be years and years faster.
Hill 6060 on YouTube. My friend is in a bona fide marriage. She got the social and her work permit and also got a date for her interview. But her husband says he is not coming to the interview. What must she do?
Well, you can't force somebody to go to an interview. So, as I always say, there's 3 things you can do if the marriage breaks down before you adjust your status. Fix it. Bring flowers. Go to therapy. Speak to your pastor. Fix your marriage. Bring chocolates. Sometimes people like flowers. Sometimes people like chocolates. 2, if you're being abused physically or emotionally, file a VAWA. If flowers don't work, chocolates don't work, you don't want to be with the person, you're not being physically or emotionally abused, then you got to go speak to a divorce attorney, get divorced, and find another way.
All right, Hernandez Same on Facebook asks, good evening, Brad. Can I sponsor myself an affidavit of support? I have a work permit and Social Security and worked for 2 years and earned enough money before my ex-wife divorced me and my green card was denied.
Well, how are you going to sponsor yourself? There's no such thing as I want a green card. I worked here for 2 years. Vanessa.
K Marshall on YouTube. My husband recently passed away. I already got my 2-year green card. He petitioned for my 2 kids. Is there any hope for them now? They are both under the age of 18.
Yeah, you can substitute in and complete the case on behalf of your deceased spouse.
Jay Pereira on YouTube asks, after USCIS implemented the fee increase, do we have to pay a separate fee for EAD renewal under pending adjustment C9 category?
No.
Missy Melissa on Facebook. My stepdaughter turned 21 on August 22nd and had an appointment for her interview on August 26th. She just received a letter telling her not to go to the interview. How long is the wait now? Yep. Figured.
Magic 8 Ball already heard. I don't got to repeat it. Magic 8 Ball, you have anything to say about this? Magic 8 Ball says yes. The Magic 8 Ball says yes, there will be another interview. We have no idea when. No idea.
All right, Shane Williams on YouTube asks, I'll be eligible for citizenship in 3 months. I'll be petitioning for my fiance as soon as I'm approved. Does it make a difference in processing time if I get married to her now?
No, but you're going to be in a longer relationship, so hopefully you'll be able to be easier to prove it's a real marriage. And perhaps if you get your interview after your 2nd year of marriage, you would get a 10-year card and you would only have to go through this one time.
Bipin Don Wade on YouTube. I'm married to a U.S. citizen, but she never filed paperwork and we're not in touch anymore. Are there any possibilities or options to file on my own and live a normal life in the U.S.? Currently, I'm living in my home country of India.
Unless you were an abused spouse, no, you would have to find another way.
Okay, Nubia Barros Sprouse on YouTube asks, I applied for the I-130 online for my daughter who's unmarried and over 21. I got the email that they received it. Will it take 7 to 10 years before she can come to the USA? She's in Brazil.
And this is the daughter?
So, I guess the mother or the daughter, or the mother or the father applied for the I-130.
Is the mother a U.S. citizen?
Does not say.
I think it's going to take about 6-7 years, somewhere in there, if she's over 21.
Essa Group on YouTube. Is it better to file the N-400 directly online or through the mail with a paper form?
Online.
Corinne Plunkett on Facebook asks, is it a new trend for USCIS to send a separate biometric appointment for advanced parole after you already did one for the I-485 and 765?
That is not a new trend. I've not heard that.
Okay, Spar004AT from Instagram. What date is a family-based marriage green card category IR1, CR1 determined? If we are married less than 2 years when my spouse arrives from the embassy appointment, but we will have reached 2 years when we land in the U.S., what category will he get?
Get a 10-year card. It's when you enter America.
Okay, Miss Basita on Instagram saying, if my dad is a green card holder and his wife is a citizen and I'm over 21, not married and living in the United States, can they file for me and how long will it take?
Repeat that again. I apologize.
So if my dad is a green card holder and his wife is a citizen and I'm over 21, not married and living in the U.S., can they file for me? And how long will it take?
The stepmom can file if the marriage happened before 18. Otherwise, your dad will file, assuming you're single. But it'll take 6-7 years. And then you got to probably do a provisional waiver, go home and come back.
Joe Food Prodigy on Instagram asks, can my 25-year-old son apply for a visitor's visa while I'm currently filing for him to come to the U.S.?
He can, but as soon as he tells the truth that my dad's filing for me for a green card, I doubt they'll give it to him.
Anne-Marie Anderson on YouTube asks, when filing an AOS, who files the sponsor or beneficiary and what documents would they each need?
Who sponsors the what?
Who sponsors the, who files the sponsor or the who files, I guess. Sponsor or the beneficiary.
All right, so the beneficiary files the I-485. The sponsor signs the I-130. The beneficiary signs the I-130A. The sponsor signs the I-864 affidavit of support. The beneficiary signs the I-131 advanced parole. The beneficiary signs the I-765 work permit. If you are living outside of New York, Connecticut, and Vermont, it is the beneficiary that signs the I-944. So part of the forms are sponsor, part of the forms are beneficiary.
A. Ali Ahmed on Facebook. When will the embassies reopen around the world, Uncle Brad?
All right, Magic 8 Ball. When will the embassies open?
If you insist.
If you insist. Will the embassies open by the end of the year, Magic 8 Ball?
If the squad insists.
Even the Magic 8 Ball says, I'm a little out of it today. The Magic 8 Ball says, concentrate and ask again, man. Concentrate and ask again. We'll have to ask later,
Or
Magic 8 Ball.
don't ask again.
I won't.
Since we don't know the answer.
We don't know the answer when the embassy. When will coronavirus be over? When will there be a vaccine? Will the vaccine work? Will people take the vaccine? Will it just magically disappear like Donald Trump said?
Stargirl Mika on Facebook asks, can a friend travel domestically with an expired driver's license?
No, you need actually, you can travel within 1 year of an expired driver's license.
Ash Oka Singh on YouTube. Next month will be 1 year since I went to my I-485 interview. No reply yet. I inquired one time 5 months ago. They replied that they are still reviewing the case. Can you give me the pros and cons?
The pros are your case has not been denied. The cons are you're going to get another interview. It's probably going to be a Stokes. They don't believe it's a real marriage.
Okay, Explore Everything on YouTube asks, when the priority date is current, how long will it take for me to get my interview appointment in the F2B category?
I don't know where you are in this world. I don't know when you did all your paperwork. Did you complete it? Was it transferred to the U.S. Embassy? These are things I need to know when this person will get his appointment. And by the way, as of now, nobody in the F2B category is getting their appointment unless they're in the United States of America, because there is a proclamation against immigrant visas entering America right now.
Mike Meach on YouTube. When filing for an extension / renewal of my EAD and AP following a marriage-based pending AOS, what are the list of documents I need to submit?
The list of documents you need to submit for an adjustment of status application? Is that what they're asking?
Yeah.
Who's the
extension
sponsor?
renewal of my EAD? It says.
What you just need a copy of your old EAD and the receipt notice for the I-485.
All right, Jay Pereira on YouTube asks, after USCIS implemented the fee increase, do we have to pay a separate fee for the EAD renewal under the pending adjusted C9 category?
No.
Nope.
All right, one more.
Okay, so last one is from Siraj Miss on YouTube. The USCIS still hasn't updated their page with the August 12 Second Circuit ruling over the injunction, but is it correct that the public charge rule still applies to other states except New York, Vermont, and Connecticut?
Correct. That is absolutely correct. So we're going to take it back to the pre-pandemic days today and play along with Dr. Love as he questions people out on the streets of New York City without a mask prior to COVID to see if they know which weird and wacky laws are enforced in what countries. Let's watch.
It's your boy Yonathan. Elias out here in the streets of New York, and it's a beautiful day. We're going to test New Yorkers and see if they can guess where the wackiest laws from around the world come from. I want you guys to play as well, all right? Now let's go. All right, first question. In the United Kingdom, what is it illegal to shake in the street? A, a shake weight. B, your finger. C, your moneymaker. Or D, a rug?
I think a rug.
A rug.
I'll go for a rug as well.
It is a rug. In the UK, it is illegal to beat or shake a rug in the streets, but you can shake your doormat as long as it's before 8 a.m. Number 2, what is the punishment if you disrupt an Australian wedding? A, $50 fine. B, a $100 fine. C, $5,000 fine and community service. Or D, a $10,000 fine and up to 2 years in prison.
I think $100.
Wow. Yeah, let's go with D.
There we go. Yeah. Oh, and he gave you with the look.
Oh, I'd go for the top work.
No, I'd go for B, $100 fine, B.
And you said D.
I want the top work.
You got it. It's up to $10,000 fine or 2 years in prison.
It should be. It's right.
Why we don't go to Australia then?
So in Australia, it's up to $10,000 fine or 2 years in prison if you disrupt a wedding or a funeral. So basically, it's worth $10,000 to forever hold your peace under the Summary Offences Act. Now 3, what kind of clubs are outlawed in Iceland? A, nightclubs. B, strip clubs. C, book clubs. Or D, poker clubs.
Poker clubs.
I think poker clubs.
A, nightclubs.
What was C?
Book clubs.
A book club.
I'd go for A.
Nightclubs?
Yeah.
And how about you?
Let's go for that.
It's strip clubs. After 2010.
Mine never to go to Iceland. Okay, let's go.
Strip clubs are banned from Iceland. They were banned after 2010. So no lap dances, no strip clubs in Iceland. Don't go if you like strip clubs. All right, now in Argentina, a law states that Argentine nightclubs must play the same amount of what kind of music as all other forms of music combined? So A, tango. B, salsa. C, bachata. Or D, dubstep.
Argentina. Dubstep? No.
No.
Bachata.
Salsa.
I'm going with tango.
Come through, yeah.
I go there during the winter time. Every winter I'm there for 2 months.
And they play a lot of tango.
A lot of tango.
Okay. Oh, see, look at you. Well traveled, cultured, all of that. So if you're going to an Argentine nightclub, make sure you get your sexy dance shoes because it is legally mandated that half the music playing is going to be the tango. All right, 5. Which of these things are you allowed to drive or ride while drunk in Scotland? A, a cow. B, rollerblades. C, a steam engine. Or D, a mobility scooter.
Whoa. I mean, that's super tough.
Right. So the only one that you can ride or drive if you're drunk.
I feel like the question's a lot harder than I think it is. I'm gonna go with cows.
I'm going with the cow.
Or ride.
I'm gonna go for the cow.
The cow. Yeah, well, I'll go for that because I can't see through the others. Yeah.
Rollerblades are the only thing that you can ride while drunk. It is illegal.
We're going to Glasgow in a few months, which is in Scotland. Remind me, I must leave my rollerblades at home.
No, take them.
Oh, take them. Okay, take
Leave
them.
your cow at home.
I'll leave the cow at home. That's the one. I had this vision of all these drunk guys, you know, with a beret, with ginger hair, riding a cow.
And it's illegal.
Hey, Jimmy.
If you're inebriated in Scotland, make sure you bring your rollerblades. Leave the cow at home, all right? Because you cannot use a steam engine, ride a cow, or use a mobility scooter. Actually, in 2009, a man got arrested because he used a mobility scooter while being drunk. In Denmark, what must a driver always check before starting a car? A, if they have a bottle of water. B, if there's a child under the car. C, tire pressure. Or D, airbags.
I'm going with airbags.
Let's go with tire pressure.
I think the B. The answer B. I don't know.
The child under the car.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job. Good job. You got it. So in Denmark, before you start your engine, legally you have to check for lights. You gotta check the steering. You gotta honk the horn, and also check under the car for any children. In Thailand, what can't you forget to put on before leaving your house? A, shoes. B, socks. C, underwear. Or D, sunscreen.
Dude, oh my God.
You cannot forget to put this on before leaving the house in Thailand.
Is it like a law or like?
It is a law.
Huh.
I think shoes.
I'm going with shoes.
Underwear.
Underwear.
Shoes.
You finish off strong? No? Got it.
I wanted a high five.
In Thailand, it's illegal to go commando, so make sure you put on some undies before you go outside, all right? There you have it, Brad Squad. A fun game right there. We've never played that in the streets, but I can guarantee we're going to start playing that a lot more. We all had fun, and I learned a lot of stuff. I hope that you guys learned, too. Some things that we should not do in other countries, like you got to wear your underwear in Thailand. All right, back to the studio.
All right, those were the good old days. When you were
I miss it.
high five people and get right within a foot of them asking questions.
It gives me anxiety watching it.
What can't you wear? Underwear, ha ha ha, high five. Can't do that anymore.
Can't do that. Will we ever be able to do that?
I don't know. You would have to be doing it with this. With my
I'm gonna go like
pocket
this.
square. Exactly. Exactly. And then you'd be like, sir, please stand your distance. All right, let's put 50 seconds on the clock. Are you guys ready? I'm ready to answer the questions fast. Are you ready to read the questions fast?
At the speed of light.
Yesterday, we switched it up, and basically...
Let's stick to what we know.
You stick to what we know, exactly. We changed it up.
Do it.
We totally blew it. It wasn't even close. All right, everybody knows the rules. I got to answer 9 questions in 50 seconds. Otherwise, I blow up. You ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Could a pending I-130 slow the process in filing for my daughter?
Yes.
Will USCIS hold interviews for the Liberian Refugees Forgiveness Program?
Yes, they will before December.
Do we still have to fill out the DS-5540?
Yes.
Are the I-485 interviews being waived?
No.
Does the new public charge apply if my case is from 2011?
If you filed an adjustment after February, it does, unless you're in New York, Connecticut, or Vermont.
Can I go to school while my I-485 is pending?
Yes.
Are the courts working on an administrative processing case again?
No.
How soon can I adjust my status after getting married?
The next day.
I was selected for a lottery visa. Will it be delayed due to COVID?
Yes.
9.
We got it. We got it.
I don't know. I think I blew up.
No,
we got it.
The balloon's out. Bring the golden balloons
where are the Hump Day balloons?
There they.
Oh!
Hey!
Yeah.
All right. We need like a little Brad music. Da da. We need balloons with the music. Let's try that one more time. Can we do balloons with the music? Can we do that?
Is
that possible?
You know, maybe we'll catch him tomorrow. We just got to do it again tomorrow. That's what
go. That's more exciting. There you go. We did it. It's like a party now. There we go. All right, we'll get it fixed for tomorrow, but we got it. Those did not look like what we said they looked like the other day.
Yes.
All right. Comments of the day. Comments of the day.
Comments of the day. So, our first comment comes from Lisa Bling Rose saying, Uncle Brad, you're a teacher, and that's why we are here. We learn a lot because of you, immigration, and what's going on in the world.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Nice. All right, everybody. Our second comment of the day comes from Star Girl Mika, and she says, I think Brad is going to like this. Brad, you look so good on my laptop screen, and hearts all over her face.
Ooh.
Star Girl Mika.
Like that. Yes, 50 up, Make sure you look good on that screen to wrap up the show.
A little skin.
Thank you very much. What else?
Comes from Elizabeth Francis, and she says, women are go-getters and we should empower each other. Amen.
Amen. I believe that one.
Yes. All right. We have another one from Rog Darn. And Ragdan says, guys in denim built this country, and people in suits and ties destroy it. Stay blessed to the best immigration lawyer alive, Mr. Brad Bernstein and his squad. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And by the way, wearing jeans, wearing denim. There you go.
Building it.
There you go. All right. There's no. I'm just in a jacket. No suit and tie, Ragdan.
The comment's still Tuesday.
That's right.
Our last comment of the day to wrap up Hump Day comes from Dawn Harriet, and she says, whenever I want to get a dose of laughter and knowledge on immigration, I just tune into this show.
Thank you very much. And by the way, it's my favorite 2 hours of the day. I hope it is yours too. Thank you very much. And everyone have a blessed night. We're going to see you all tomorrow. Yo-Yo and Vanessa, great job, crew.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm, located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.